Rebekah and Miriam of Hutch and Harmony believe their combination of privileges and experience is only an open call and opportunity to center and lift up the transformative beauty and strength of voices oft overlooked and silenced in the community. They have been honored to listen to, amplify, and learn from wisdom that continues to guide and propel their efforts as accidental community organizers and seekers of justice. Here's Hutch and Harmony with Hutch Against Hate and Other Stories.
We're good. I'm sorry if it's a disappointment that we're not a musical group. We chose our name because we liked the idea of harmony, meaning lots of different voices, not necessarily singing the same note, and can be different words, even different rhythms, but all of these different things, components put together, can create something really beautiful.
We began rather by accident after hoping to help with someone else's event. 4 days of organizing, speaking with community leaders, whom we had no idea were about to become so dear to us. We held Hutch Against Hate at George W. Pyle Park. Over 400 Hutchinson residents filled the park. The power of community love and the safety and solidarity was palpable and unforgettable. We fell in love with Hutch and her people. Afterward, people kept asking us what was next and expressing the need for events where our town can stand in solidarity with those at the center of pain.
Now, we weren't really looking for fun, new, exciting hobbies. We were in our both mothers of very young children. Note the stretched out t-shirts, the multiple spots of spit up, the food stains, the bags under our eyes. We were not really searching for something new.
But we learned that we were not alone. We're grateful to so many beautiful people for expanding our worlds, our knowledge, and challenging our perceptions. The resilience we've learned and observed and learned from continues to inspire us.
We learned of a history here not often spoken of. If you can see this photo, that's the Wiley building there. That's a KK rally in 1924 in the main street of Hutchinson. Now, in 1924, Hutch had about half the population it does now, but that parade is as well populated as any 4th of July parade I've been to.
We had the privilege to partner with Hutchinson residents in social circles we might not have otherwise entered, to coordinate events where community is celebrated and the current struggle for justice in daily life shared.
We talk a little faster when we're nervous. So listening to and learning from leaders in the community who have seen some of the worst of what we have been in the trenches for the community fight for progress, and are still here for all the work yet to be done has been transformational for us. We've really gotten to learn from some incredible people that live right here in our town.
We've listened to stories of love overcoming adversity and of the pervasive struggles that still exist for people of color in our town. This dear couple, for example, was told by a fellow church member that this person didn't agree with interracial marriage.
Listening to stories of others in town with experiences not necessarily like our own is such a privilege. However, we must admit heartbreak at the patterns that emerge in so many stories where well-meaning friends or family undermine the most basic aspects of lives of people that they love.
To hear a person's sorrows, vulnerabilities, and triumphs, what could connect us more to our fellow man? We've been heartened by the willingness of those who have had the humility to listen when they have no similar experiences of their own.
There's a quote of Lindy Alexander's that goes, "It is a privilege to be able to bear witness to someone's story when they may not have had the chance to tell it before." And so many times we've spoken and we've gotten a chance to hear other stories that have gone unheard. And especially in communities with ages changing, we don't get the chance to hear each other's stories nearly as often.
The many heroes we've come to know in this city of ours show us time and time again how much we don't know. There's no way for us to know what it's like to almost not make it home safely after an encounter with the KKK. There are those still alive and active in Hutchinson who do know.
We are awestruck by the courage and the strength and the perseverance of those whose futures are so uncertain, and no amount of hard work or due process can gain them access to the basic freedoms and benefits of birth in the right location.
In the case of some we've known for years, their deeply felt stories of racial trauma were only entrusted to us once we embarked on the work of visibly challenging unfair power structures. We're often reminded of the words of Darrell Pope, you'll have to put as much work into engaging as was once put into silencing.
Our journey has granted us really amazing opportunities to connect with and learn from internationally recognized leaders for change, such as this photo with the Reverend Tracy Blackman of St. Louis, Missouri, who taught us that those at the center of the pain need to be allowed to lead the way for justice.
We don't have it all figured out, and we often feel inadequate to our task. When at a loss as to how to move forward, what we do know is that forward we must go, following the lead of those who go before us, and those who ask us to go on their behalf.
When we are lost, it is inevitably our community that guides us and prompts further work and action and education, both in ourselves and for our community that's around us. This photo is from one of our gatherings called Reading Rendezvous. It's a book club.
Speaking of Reading Rendezvous, we've loved and learned from each one of the events we've been privileged to partner for. But Reading Rendezvous has been one of our most consistent forms of continued education and conversation. We've also learned that forming your own book club is a great way to justify book hoarding.
Each new day and new page brings more conversations and opportunities for growth and for understanding each other, which is a really nice way of saying that, oh, we're still learning, but that's the way it's supposed to be, and I hope it never changes, that we learn more each day.
Thank you all.